Gonna have guys. We have a really big reveal today.
Okay, relax.
Guys, we have the biggest reveal ever created in the life.
You know that I can't stay serious during
I know,
times
I
like
know you
this.
can't stay
You're really
serious,
gonna do it to me like this?
Guys, listen.
Why we can't just be normal?
No, I'm gonna blow your fucking mind today. You know how you guys been asking who the fuck Polo is? Where's the sound? Guys, look at this Polo. Polo, you're not in the seat. There he goes, guys!
Why we can't just? Why we gotta do all of this?
Just sit in the seat.
Why we gotta do all the pleasantries?
Just sit in the
I'm
seat.
Here.
That's Polo, guys. That's Polo. This is the guy you've been asking for. This little guy in the corner, right-hand corner, that's been in a fuck ton of the videos. This is Polo.
Hello.
All right, now let's get set up. We have some Monster Hunter stuff.
You couldn't be normal. I had to just mess around and pop up with the helmet on.
But that's kind of the deal, my guy. The fuck? That's what you're supposed to do. All right. We have some good Monster Hunter stuff to watch today.
Nice information.
Deep dive into...
You starting with the first, right? Part 1?
Yeah. Let me share my screen with you.
I still see your Streamlabs. Yes, sir. I don't see the video.
Hold on. Change window. Here we go. How's that?
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's do this. What we got here?
This is the Elder Dragon.
I mean, that's from World. That's just this person's intro.
So it's not the... Oh, that's not the Elder Dragon anymore, though. Hold on, let me fix this up really quick. Because now we want to get your beautiful face involved. Huh? There we go. Now Polo's officially involved in the shit, so... All right, Polo. Can you tell us who this monster is, though? That's just Nergi. This is his intro.
It broke up. I need you to say that one more time, sir.
I said this is just Nergi. This is his intro.
Yeah, this is the person's intro. They, So play the video.
I will in a second, dude.
Do it.
What's up everyone, Datblade here with a little bit of a breakdown of the developer livestream from Gamescom 2024. Now, Capcom are hosting 3 live streams showing off Monster Hunter Wilds, giving us some hunts and demonstrations of how the game works and operates. And basically, I'm going to be scouring through these developer live streams to maybe point out some bits of information that you may have missed. If you haven't seen the live streams yourself,
how can we tell the whoa, what the fuck? There's a lot going on here.
What?
Look at the UI though.
I mean, I've seen this. You can't be like, oh my god, look at the UI. I can't make a fake reaction, sir. I've seen this UI. It's clean. It looks good. Moving on to more important things.
No, I don't. How do I know which is the alpha Dashaguma?
Look at the color.
The red coat?
Yes, look at the color of the Dashaguma.
Do all of the other monsters have indicators like that too?
Most likely some of them are going to, yes.
This is a lot, dude.
maybe give you a more condensed version of what was shown. But anyway, first of all, when it comes to the living, breathing environments, as we know, the weather can change during hunts, which can change the state of the area. Whatever the current weather condition is will actually have an effect on the endemic life as well, giving us more options to endemic life that can be used against monsters, but I can imagine this also affects maybe when it comes to folks who like to collect pets. Also, the weather conditions are probably going to play a part when it comes to the environmental traps that you can also use against monsters.
Did he separate him from the pack?
Yes.
Huh.
He was a large.
Speaking of
dung pod.
endemic,
So we're gonna have to separate them.
Certain monsters. You know, there's some monsters that behave independently from the rest of the
life as well,
species.
you can use your
For example,
grapple
like a
against them
Rajang.
to
Huh?
I said, for example, like a Rajang. Like Rajangs are solitary creatures. So, like, that's the type of monster that would not be in a pack.
obtain
But other
certain
monsters
items
that have that sort of behavior would.
such as bleeding pods which were grabbed from a little alligator looking creature. Now some of you may be pleased to know that the map has changed. It's now a 3D map that is supposed to be easier to navigate. Waypoints can be placed on the map as well that allows your secret to autopilot to those said points. The 3D map really did look gorgeous to look at, and of course all the endemic life, monsters,
Oh my god, get the fuck out. You could rotate it?
The map looks great.
What? Why are you on the stupid shit? There's a lot of new fucking shit, Polo, and I'm like looking at all of it. It definitely, it feels more fleshed out. But I hope that this is the end result.
So the map looks a lot more like it just has more of the depth to it, right? So like whereas before where we would see the 3 different levels separately, now it's all one. Now you get a more like feel for like how the area is shaped properly. I think it looks better.
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
Let me make your guy a little bit smaller. So that people know that's you. Yep, there we go. You have your little guy in the corner. Okay.
and points of interest can be seen on this 3D map. Which comes to the next point, which is when it comes to hunts and quests. They can be obtained in 3 ways now. You can either get them directly from your handler, like the standard way that you would get quests. I can imagine we'll get a quest board as well, which pretty much acts like the handler, but I assume these are going to be in the bigger cities if they are in this game. On top of that,
Whoa.
you can also activate quests by engaging monsters in the field. Just hitting them will initiate the quest, as long as we don't already have a quest accepted. And finally, you can also get quests from the world map.
Who the fuck is they're showing? Oh my god, they're showing different monsters.
I believe that guy is either I believe he might be the game director. for this
Who's
one.
Ray Dow?
Ray Dow is the
Elder?
Thunder Flying Wyvern.
Who's
No.
Balalahara?
Bruh. These monsters have been revealed for weeks and weeks and months at this point. And if you
Balalahara's
don't know
been
them
there?
already. Yes, and Dashiguma and Chatakabra.
And pinpointing
know
what
Charlie
monster you
Star.
want to activate a hunt for
The freaking
that way.
sandworm.
So there is multiple ways to activate hunts
That's its
and keep
name.
a hunting session going. Of course, during the demo, they only really showed off the Windward Plains. They didn't show off the Scarlet Forest. When it comes to items in the UI, they showed us that there is an extended version of the item bar, which looks like you can group certain items into categories and select from them. They also said that the supply items, the items that you would normally get in your blue box, found in Monster Hunter World and other Monster Hunter games, can now be found in Secret's bag, which gets updated periodically. Basically,
what's
you have to
stupid?
mount your secret mount, and then you'll be able to access them that way. Does this mean that every player will have their
Whoa.
own individual set items?
secret
We'll have to wait and
pouch.
see. I think that is the
Wow.
case, so we may no longer have to worry
it
about
gives
people
us
stealing
extra
all the
items
items
in the
from the
pouch rather
blue
than having
box.
to go
Of
to a
course, during the
chest
demonstration,
at,
there was
like,
lots
you know,
of
camp.
weapon and combat talk. For example, they showed off the ghillie mantle, which now had a prompt for a sneak attack. I'm wondering if they've combined aspects of the assassin's mantle from Monster Hunter World with the ghillie mantle. They showed off hunters attacking from the
when
secret
he
mount.
used the
although,
ghillie-
to be honest, mount
When he used the ghillie mantle, it disappeared.
Yeah, that's how it works.
When he did the sneak attack?
Once the monster sees you, the ghillie mantle always broke.
mounting combat doesn't
I never
seem
really
quite
used
as
to kill the
effective
mantle, so I don't
as if your feet are on the ground. But I could be mistaken here. Of course, during the demonstration, they really only hunted Doshiguma, and in doing so, it demonstrated the herd or the pack mentality that some of these monsters have, as well as the tools we can use to separate them, such as the large dung pods. They also showed off luring pods as well, which almost recreated the Aya or aggro lines that you would see from Behemoth for Safijiva. Whether these are active all the time or whether they're linked to the luring pods, we'll have to wait and see. I believe they are linked to the pods, which also makes me think that the Challenger mantle won't return with this game, but we'll have to wait and see. Monster Mountain also came back in style,
marker,
with weapons having
really
access to
good.
different attacks whilst mounting the monster.
Makes
It's good to see that the normal style of mounting monsters
that's
is
gonna
back
give
rather than
that's gonna be good for
we can
if
never
somebody
gauge
uses a weapon like a lance or a gun lance, which I might be using gun lance at some point.
Because we don't know who would get aggro. The monster would just run to you. You know what I mean? Like the monster would just run to you. That's how we knew that. Oh, he got aggro.
Right.
We don't know. We didn't know who like had it.
But one of the biggest aspects when it came to
we have
combat,
a way to actually like
like Safi was
focus strikes and the focus mode. Focus mode definitely seems that it's going to be a mechanic that all of us are going to have to learn and master, as it was used almost all the time that the developers were attacking monsters. These of course create wounds on the monster, which are highlighted when you are using focus mode. They look like big red gashes on the monster, to which when you deal damage to them, you deal increased damage yourself, but it also gives you access to the focus strike, which was performed with R1, after which it looked like the wound closed, so we cannot spam this hard-hitting move over and over again.
Oh, is it gauge?
Which makes me wonder,
did he say that? What the fuck did he say?
Performed with R1, after which it looked like the wound closed, so we cannot spam this
the wound closed.
Hard-hitting move over and over again. Which makes me wonder, do we balance having that increased damage and the debuff of the wound and just attack it normally? Or do we go for that focus strike, which can potentially close the wound more quickly? I could be mistaken in this mechanic, but I haven't got to try the game yet. The developers also gave us a demonstration when Doshigama, when it became enraged, it opened up its old wounds. Now, maybe this is just linked to that specific monster, but I can imagine this passing over to other monsters as well. So when they become enraged, these wounds open back up, so we don't have to necessarily worry about wounding them again. The developers did also say that all weapons have some form of perfect timing input. For example, with the lance, it showed off the power clash, which weapons that can guard will gain access to this, which when you block at the right time, you'll go into this button mashing mode to deal some.
That's how you proc that. I'm never gonna be able to do that.
And it's button because you suck.
I don't run a weapon that does a block.
Like personal problem.
No, I mean you'll be able to do it.
Maybe you should use a better weapon.
I'm not gonna
to this.
Fuck off. I'm not, bitch. I'm not gonna coming at me heavy.
That's fine, Blake.
Wait, so I don't understand what it is.
Say that all weapons have some form of perfect timing.
So it's like you perfectly timed block will give you a clash. Is that
what? They want lance? You're gonna be the man to use the luring pod. You're gonna get all the aggro, and we're just gonna wail on the monster while you're just there. Perfect guard.
Oh, Blake's here. Should we make Blake a little guy too?
We need you for that, Blake.
Let's add Blake to this. Where the fuck?
He's in the Discord, but he is not speaking.
He's not speaking? He could speak. Hold on. I have no voice chat on my work thing. Okay, whatever. So. Oh, he can hear us. I'm typing in party chat.
Yeah.
I can see it too. Okay, cool. So.
And that's fine.
So. Because you can see the video that we're doing too.
Right, exactly.
Okay, cool. So you perfect time the fucking thing here, and then you get the clash. And the clash is a button mash.
Input. For example, with the lance, it showed off the power clash, which weapons that can guard will gain access.
tap to push back. Oh my god, it's like Budokai. Yo, that's lit. That's lit as fuck,
to
dude.
this, which when you block at the right time, you'll go into
I'm still never gonna run a pushy shield though.
this button mashing mode to deal some extra damage if you win. I assume certain other weapons, like the bow, would have a perfect timing dodge to it, and I assume also some weapons like the switch axe or the longsword will have access to some form of parry mechanic. One aspect gunners may be wondering about is focus mode and aiming. Basically, it's the same for gunners. And speaking of gunners, there was some bits of information dropped, not only for the light bowgun, but also the bow. For example, with the light bowguns, well, heavy bowguns as well, to be honest,
wow,
ammo
this
is
LBG
divided
is
into
trash.
2 categories. You have a weak version of the ammo, which is infinite in supply, but
It's
you
a
also
demo
have a
LBG, it's
standard
not
or
really
stronger
good.
version, which is a consumable. This could be good, as I imagine the weaker versions are
Guns
to
aren't good unless
alleviate
they're
the
upgraded.
What?
Guns are never good until they're upgraded.
need to
No, but he's not fucking shooting.
Right? How you gonna say it's trash and he's using basic ammo? Exactly. Like
No, he's not even fucking
can't-
He's not even fucking shooting.
have to constantly go back to
He's just running
camp
around.
in the middle of a hunt.
Yo, Lance is such BD, bro. Oh my god.
And when it comes to the bow, coatings are no longer items.
What? We get intrinsic shit for the bow?
They are
the
instead
bow
on a
has
cooldown.
now.
Now,
When you
how
do a
quick this
perfect
cooldown
dodge,
is, we'll have to
it refills some of the cooldown.
Bro, the bow is gonna be the
Bow might
stat-
actually be
bow,
pretty good.
Bow is gonna be
I'm gonna say it
status
now.
king.
Bow might actually be pretty good. For those who can get a Tiku's, yes, Blake. Yes, basically.
I thought he was saying took
Basically.
us.
Like
a
on some real
butthole.
shit. So you fire
Here we go. Lagging polo. We love it.
race to that arrow and then it does an explosion.
I thought he was saying like took us.
Might need
Like,
to run a bow. No.
no, we could
Let
we
Mark
could,
do that.
No, we could. No, I can't go back, bro. I can't go back. It's so sad.
Nah, bow. Listen, never been a person to like be like, I'm gonna go hard and try bow, but
Lance
Lance
Swax
Swax
and
CB
day one.
Okay,
Yeah.
for me, I have 4: Sword of Shield, Great Sword, Long Sword, and possibly Insect Glaive.
Motherfucker, that's the whole cast of weapons there. I'm just gonna run Hunting Horn and Longsword.
Bro, I'm gonna actually build builds as I'm progressing this time. I always focus on one thing. I'm gonna try different things. I'm gonna enjoy this game fully. Hell, I might even try Gunlance out.
GL sounds like a good way to go though. There's a lot of things that were
I'm
added to GL.
like, it looks cool. I was
Wait
a
and
fan
see.
of Rise
But
Gunman.
this, again, I think
Also, he said Tiku's, and I thought he said took us. Like a butthole. I was like, oh, that's a took us.
It basically works like Tiku's.
is to help the quality of life of the weapon. The developers also showed off a system with the SOS flare where you can summon AI hunters to help you.
Whoa. My brain kind of reset. I thought I heard that wrong though.
Developers
When
also
you
showed
draw
off a
SOS
system
flare, if you're offline, you would have support hunters joining.
Is that legit?
with the SOS flare where
And
you
if
can summon
you're
AI
online,
hunters to
you
help
only
you.
get
So
2
even if
people
you
to
don't
join
play
you.
online or
It'll add a 3rd support hunter.
you'd like to play solo, but
So
maybe
you
you're
have
having a little
2
tough
people
time with
and a support hunter. Yeah, it's crazy how they're doing it.
Yeah, basically like summons.
a hunt. You can summon in AI hunters to assist. They seem to be fairly competent as well, from what was shown off.
Fairly
But some miscellaneous
competent.
points before we go.
Oh, let's go,
First of all,
pitfall
you can
trap.
pick up traps now. You don't waste them. If you misplace a trap, you can actually just pick it back up and put it back in your inventory. No longer do you have to destroy it. On top of that, there are no male and female only armors. You can now use armor for both
Now
genders.
you
So
can
when
make-
you craft armor, it looks
Some questionable choices with your hunter.
Oh, I'm gonna make the most raunchy motherfucker, bro.
You're gonna make your character look a certain demographic.
I know. What? Alright, Hope Blade. Attack 100%. Affinity 0. She's not doing it right.
Nah, yeah.
looks
So
like we're
I
gonna
mean,
get two.
This is like demo shit, base armor, no upgrades, no nothing.
Options. So, for example, say we have
I like how a lot of what they've been showing has been greatsword with the light bowgun as a secondary.
I mean, I can understand why a person would do that. Get you paralyzed into big meaty chops.
Yeah.
Like that sounds cool. But I'm not a gunner.
have the hunter's armor. Actually, a better example would be the bone armor. We would typically get a male version and a female version. We'll get both of those still, but regardless of if you pick male or female, you can use either one, depending on what your preference is. This is
The
great
shield
because
is
sometimes
so
in the
big,
previous
dude.
games, the male armor has been superior in terms of looks, or sometimes the female armor has. This time, we're going to get the best of both worlds. I cannot wait to get my hands on a maid outfit and wear it with pride alongside my beard. Another question that some players may have been wondering about is your palico. Yes, it speaks English, but you can turn that off and turn it back to the normal palico language, which
That's the
it will
monster,
still be
right, Polo?
subtitled, so it can get prompts
Yep,
that way.
there you go.
But
Magala.
for those of you who were worried about if the palico's English-speaking voice is going to be annoying, you can turn it off. There was also some hints
Hell
when
no.
it comes to
Voice on.
builds, but they didn't go into great details, and I can
Really
imagine
not, though.
things
Like,
changing
What's that?
he said I look zooted.
from what was shown in the demo.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the armor
bit.
skills that were shown
Little
off.
bit.
Basically, set bonuses now can be tied to monster groups rather than specific monsters. I can imagine some of the monsters
He's fast.
having specific. You can only find this set bonus on that monster.
Why
but
is he so
certain other
fast?
monsters,
Messed up, hyper
like for
focus on the
example,
screen.
say the
Yes,
crit element set
low-key.
bonus, it
Why is he so fast?
Because it's a monster.
could be
No,
found
no.
on different monsters
Fucking
who specialize
asshole.
in elements.
He's aggressive. I thought those. You see the left and right horns that are straight like this. Don't they?
Yeah,
Don't they come this way too?
they angle forward
Yeah, he does
and blast
that.
you.
But he also acts like a spear too.
Bro, the fact that he's
So-
just a flying wyvern is scary to me. Because what the fuck is going to be like the new elders? If this motherfucker's not an elder dragon and he's
Element
this
set
involved,
bonus, it could be found
the
on
elders gonna be
different
like?
monsters who specialize
Bro, he is so scary. Oh my god. Look at him.
nah, he's not like a Rathalos. I
He's
would
got a
mostly compare
big
him-
wingspan.
I would compare him to a
Nah.
a little bit of Rathalos, a little bit of
No,
Rathian,
he's
but
like Gorma.
Ostelos.
No, he's like Gorma Ostelos.
Blake hasn't fought Ostelos yet, but we
But
have,
he's
Mark.
he's
a little bit of Ostelos.
Yeah, a little bit of Ostelos is definitely a good way to do it. He's bigger though, definitely big boy though. But he looks
Yeah,
like
he's just a flying wyvern. Like
No.
he's not an elder. It's weird. There was so much emphasis on him, but like
well, I mean Zenogre was on an elder and he's fucking title character, title monster. But his wingspan is really big. It reminds me of Gormagala without the additional arm.
right, kind of.
Or maybe even any elder dragon that has a really big wingspan. You see that shit? Imagine that motherfucker
Yeah, he
flying
does.
over.
He's big. He's big.
Yeah.
The way he moves is interesting too. He does like a backflip. He does like a
specialize in
like
elements.
a wing
So it could
like
be,
drag on the ground.
say
He does
Rathalos
that shit.
and Raydal. Their armors both come with critical element on, so you can mix and match that way. Also, for those of you who are wondering,
Does he
whilst you
give
can
any
carry two
indication of
weapons,
aggro?
the skills
Oh
on your
my
armor stay
God.
the same. So when it comes to customizing,
Yeah, there's always
Bro.
sizes. Like so, yeah. Of
Bro,
course.
look at
But I
that
feel like
fucking
that-
move.
That monster that might be a normal size for it.
your builds,
Because
you'll want
it's
to
an
put
alpha
the weapon
or apex
specific
predator of the area. Yeah, that one is OD big, but that might just be
Bro,
how he is.
what the fuck? Are you
when
dead
it comes
ass?
to customizing your builds, you'll want to put
Yeah, he
the
blasts the monsters.
Look at this
And you.
fucking move. Look at this fucking move.
weapon specific
That's what I was saying. When we first saw him, we barely got any look at him, and they were like, to me, I was like, oh, that's probably the new elder. Cool. We already see what it looks like. No, that's just a fucking flying wyvern.
Bro, my
Whatever
guy
elder we get is gonna be some shit, dude.
Bro, my
He looks like he could solo a Velkhana. Honestly, he might be one of those normal monsters that can go up against elders, kind of like how Rajang can, kind of like how Brachydios can.
bro,
Like
my
those are technically regular monsters, but they are just fucking able to gain power.
bro, he has a rail cannon for a face.
Yeah, a rail cannon basically.
He look at this moment right
Devil
here.
Joe, exactly. Devil Joe as well.
Fuck Devil Ho, bro.
Skills such as
The
the
fucking
bow chop.
pickle.
I hope he comes back.
Bro, this
I hope he comes
fucking
back.
monster just shot. He just shot the
He needs to
Dash.
come back.
Plus for the bow
Bro,
Him and Savage need
on
to
the
come
bow
back
itself
Bro, he just shot this guy.
for the music.
He committed a crime.
by the decoration
Fight.
slots. This also makes me wonder that
Yeah.
some weapons may
Wait a second. Did you see
Nimble
that?
as a cat, fierce
on the
as
bow
a,
itself via the decoration
cat.
slots.
I can't wait to
Yo.
hear the funny little palico.
Polo, look at his wings though.
Right. I know he's big, dude.
No, he has an additional limb.
Like swords.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow, this guy's a
This also makes me wonder that
motherfucker,
some
bro.
weapons may synergize more with others, such as say the gun lance and a sticky bowgun. They also talked about pop-up camps, which are little custom camps that you can pretty much set up anywhere on the map. But be warned, these can be
Pop-up
attacked by
camps
monsters if
ain't
they're
right,
too close. And finally, the last bit of information I can probably give you that stood out to me was you can customize your meals in the field. So instead of just
This is
cooking a
what makes me
standard meal that
excited.
gives you
Why? I'm not really sure this is a really big deal.
a well done steak or something, the meal you cook can have canteen properties, so increased attack, defense, elemental resistance, so on and so forth. So that is another good change. So there we have it. Those are all the things you may have missed from the developer live stream at Gamescom Day 1. I'll be back tomorrow for Day 2 and then Day 3, but I can imagine most of the information has been revealed today, and we're going to get little tidbits over the next 2
one, Mark.
days. But
Where are the secrets though? It doesn't, you know, it's go over this every fucking time, bro. We go over this every time. My mouse pointer is big because I like it big.
Hey, yo.
covering
Nah.
little things you may have
Nah.
missed, shown off
I ain't
in
just
the
hear that.
developer live
I ain't
streams
just
for
hear that.
Monster Hunter Wilds at Gamescom. Now they've moved on to Day 2. Now they actually got the multiplayer working this time, so we got to experience what a multiplayer hunt would be like. On top of that, though, they also showed off another solo hunt and talked about various aspects
Yeah,
of the
but
game.
environmental
But
traps
regardless,
again.
Yeah.
in this video, we're going to point out some maybe minute details that some players may have missed, condensing down the live stream into a more digestible.
Yo, that Dashiguma wasn't hurting nobody, bro. He wasn't bothering no fucking body. He wasn't doing nothing for it.
I can't wait to kill this ugly thing.
He was chilling, bro.
video.
And in the back of my mind, I'm also like this fucking vagina face.
So first of all, when it comes to the combat and weapons, there was a few things that was shown off that you may have missed. For example, I meant to mention this in the last video, but the combat moves you perform actually get highlighted up in the top right of the screen. So
do you
normally you would have your list of commands up there, but when you actually perform a move,
Yeah,
it
I'm
moves
taking
from the
those
command
commands
list
off as
over
soon as
slightly
I
and is more
remember how to roll any
highlighted.
moves.
This could be good when you're learning the moves and to confirm what you've performed. It's definitely going to help newcomers to the game. They
Okay.
also talked about mounting attacks in a bit more detail. For example, you can perform mounting attacks from your secret, to which after you've mounted a monster, you can perform light and strong attacks as well as special finishes. The light attacks are known as knife attacks, strong attacks are known as weapon attacks, and then the special attack is known as the draw finisher. During the live stream as well, when
Oh,
attacking
did
with
the
knife
fucking
and weapon
lance just
attacks,
dive
a
into
wound
him?
was caused. Now I don't know if this is tied to maybe just the strong attacks. We'll have to wait and see, but it looks like we can wound monsters while
Bro,
Mounting is basically like World, and I'm with that.
bro, look at the look at the fucking hammer going also.
maybe just the
I know.
strong attacks.
Yo, look
We'll
at
have
him,
to wait
ready?
and see.
You know,
The,
yeah,
the spin,
I saw a video where it was like a fucking
Bro.
the Mexican song.
Bro.
But
bet
it looks like you can wound monsters
Look at
whilst
him go,
mounted.
bro. yo,
I can't wait to be fucking fighting a monster and see Chris.
yo, just revving that shit up, bro. Yo, I cannot wait for Chris to get
That's
his
how they
hands,
only showcase the easy weapons. Hey man, I'm just saying.
bro. And then when we get to CB and we see him doing mad
Show you,
complicated shit, that's gonna be the shit.
And
right?
of course,
Yo, Hammer going so crazy.
Draw
It's
and attack
funny.
looks like a really flashy finish.
My man just whiffing it
I've
up.
seen some CB gameplay.
One
It
aspect
looks
they touched
wild
upon
right
that we
now.
talked about briefly in the last video was luring pods.
Yeah, the CB gameplay just sees so much morphing, bro. So much morphing.
Now, luring pods obviously can be used to
Yes,
attract
see.
a monster to your attention. You get aggro to a monster. But one thing that was pointed
And by
out
us,
is
I
that you
mean
can actually use
the two
this,
charge
rather than
blade
leading a
players.
monster to another monster, you can use this as a hunter to make yourself a pseudo
I say
tank
that like
of
there's not
sorts,
mad
drawing the
people that be
monster's
ODing
attention to
charge.
you, protecting your teammates. So this is going to be very useful for certain builds.
Oh,
Say you have a
man.
tank lance build or gun lance
Oh
build.
yeah, so yo,
you can use
if you
these
have
luring
a
pods
fucking aggro with like a lance and you just perfect guard everything, you're gonna be valid.
to make you even more tanky. They also showed off that one riding secret, your mount will actually dodge certain attacks. It is limited in number, but it can help your survival, it seems. Now, one aspect of the game that I was really
Yuya Tsukuda is the director, Fujioka is the art director, and Sujimoto is the
Bro, they
producer.
brought back fishing. Blake, how you feel about that, bro?
Happy. Why wouldn't we be happy about fishing?
Looks like I'm fishing. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, we're gonna be fighting a monster and we're gonna be like, yo, where's Blake at? And he's just gonna be
He's in the fucking pond, bro.
wondering about was when it
Yo, I would be so tight.
comes to focus strikes and slashes.
No, you're gonna hear
and
is, yo, I was looking
multiplayer.
for this little
Basically,
endemic
are the
life.
wounds on
I
the
didn't
monster
hear
only
at this
visible
exact
for one
spot, in
player?
this exact
But it
time.
seems that they're all shared between all players, and this also means that if one player performs that focus strike on that
Pulling out the barbecue.
wounded body part, and afterwards that wound closes, it means that the other players won't
Like, yo,
have
I
a
got
chance
hungry,
to
I'm
perform
sorry. I
their
got this.
focus strikes on that body part until it reopens. So this is something to be mindful of. I do hope this doesn't mean that there's going to be a priority list to which weapon gets first dibs
Yeah.
on performing a focus
And
strike,
Endemic's
but
life only
we'll have
spawns
to wait
during
and
certain
see.
quests, certain times a day.
But one
and
fun
I've even
aspect
doubled
was
down on
they
this game,
showed off
apparently.
Bro, don't start your shit,
So-
bro.
It's not me. That's
Don't-
what Blake said.
No, don't for
And you
him
know what?
not to start his shit.
Guess
bro.
what? When it's a certain time of day, and there's a certain animal out, I'm gonna go get that.
Fuck that.
I'm gonna go get
Bombs
that
at
endemic
that.
life.
It's the hunt first.
I'm gonna be right there with Blake.
I will guarantee him running away, bro. I will fucking.
I
They
know you
showed
are.
off bombs a
I know
few
you are.
times, to which they have wonderful animations now, and you can now
you remember.
roll the bombs,
I love this.
to which when they
I
hit a
love
monster,
this.
You could do what?
they obviously explode. So it's good to see bombs are back in the game. Additionally, one aspect that was talked about, but not really shown so much, was optimal health recovery on the radial menu. On the item wheel, you can select optimal health recovery, to which the game will choose
Yeah, that last one,
what
Blake, you're not
is the appropriate health item to
That
use
is
to
15
heal
minutes.
the amount of health you've lost. So you won't be necessarily using a max potion to heal
So-
your health if you've only
That's stupid. Like you should just
Being able
know.
to throw the bomb is cool, but depending on what moves we have, like a person could still perfect dodge the explosion. I've seen it done.
Bro,
with fucking,
fuck that. I'm still gonna
many
rack.
things.
I'm still gonna rack up bombs on a bitch's face, and wait for my great sword to run his TCS, and plow that motherfucker, bro. Biggest damage.
received a tiny bit of damage, which is good, but it also dumbs down things a tiny bit and gives you an excuse not to think. So it's a quality of life option, but then again, it is an option. The developers also mentioned that you won't actually get the two weapon options right from the start of the game. They unlock, I assume they're story related, and they did say that
Yeah,
you get
I
this pretty
expected that.
quickly into the game.
Oh, so you start off with one first, and then they give you the second option. Okay, cool.
But it's
yeah,
something
like,
to
you
be
gotta
aware of.
progress a little bit. in
There was
order to
also a
get the
good
second
example as
the
well
second
that was
weapon,
shown off during the
rather.
live stream, where your Palico calls out that it's put down a shock trap.
Yo, dual
Now, for
blade
me
focus strike is the most coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in this game so far.
Yeah. What does it look like?
personally, this is one reason
Palico calling out the
It lit-
Palico.
All I gotta say is, if you thought the weapon was already Levi from Attack on Titan, the focus strike makes it 10 times more Levi.
why I'm probably going to be keeping my Palico speaking English, because
The Palico
Same.
saying that he's running the shock trap is wild, bro.
I
Not
can't
really.
read, and subtitles, I may have missed that prompt.
So
But
Blake,
this is
you
just
can
a
set up
personal thing
so
with
you
me.
remember how we would
Nonetheless,
have
This dual blades is doing shit
like other
damage.
camps that we would have around the
it
locale.
was
So
something that I
now
did
how it
notice
works
during
is
the
we
live
have a
stream.
main village.
They also
So we
demonstrated
can
a perfect
just walk
evade
out of the
move with the
village
dual
and go
blade.
into the main map.
What
And
the
then
fuck was
we have
that?
pop-up camps that we can set throughout the map. So we have a limited amount that we can set up. Excuse me, apologies. But there are certain areas where it's safe to put them, where no monsters will attack it. There's other areas where a monster can attack it and break it.
Oh, you talking
So
about
you won't
camp?
be actually safe. Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
it's actually I would say yeah, you can set up a camp in any section, but it's gonna be designated area. Like you can't just put it anywhere.
it'll tell
It's still
you.
gonna be a
Yeah.
designated spot. Right. It'll be a designated spot and you'll be like,
oh,
okay, I want to set up the camp here.
this is a great place for.
But it'll also tell you the danger level of setting the camp in that spot.
Yeah.
That is nice for fast traveling. But not only that, it's also it's also good for when you die. Because then you'll be taken to that camp, whatever's closest.
You might be able to pop that camp like.
So
2
if you have a
blocks
camp, that's like right around the corner in that area, yeah, you might still get attacked, but you can get right to the fight. Like you can, if you're smart, right? Like if you're smart, you can have it in a great spot. I like that change. I enjoy that. I think that's a cool way to do it.
like right now where we're fighting these Dashagumas, we're in a plain
Or the
area.
quest you gotta get eggs. I mean, I don't know. It depends. It probably is gonna have to be the pop-up camp.
I don't want them to give that shit.
That actually is big braining right there. Good shit for thinking about that.
So
Because if I mean, we might even just be able to put them shits on the secret fish.
for
Other
others.
hunts besides
Okay.
killing and capping monsters.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Great. That's so nice. In like a situation like this, when you're in a plains area with a bunch of
I'm not doing no
Dashagumas-
gathering quests unless I absolutely have to.
or investigation quests. Fuck those, bro. My God.
What do you mean? Investigations were literally the end game of World and the end game of Sunbreak.
No, the ones that you had to find the tracks.
Mass out 1000%. Oh no, hell no. No. Every single gathering quest is crazy.
Something that I did notice during the live stream. They also demonstrated a
This is it. The perfect dodge. Look at him.
perfect evade
Oh yeah. It's
What the fuck?
move with the
One.
dual blades.
Two.
So like we mentioned yesterday, we have the power clashes, we got the perfect evades, and I assume we're going to get the counter attacks, which are all basically reactionary perfect input moves that the various weapons have. Lastly, when it comes to combat, bowguns were talked about in that they have fixed ammo that will have infinite ammo, but not every single ammunition type they have will get that infinite ammo. So apparently elemental ammo won't be infinite, but things like piercing, spread, and normal ammo types, even above level 1,
shit.
can be infinite. But moving on to other
Yo, they were fucking the Dashagumas up, bro.
aspects
Holy
of the
fuck.
game, the environment and endemic life was touched
Blake,
upon. For
stop.
example, they showed off
What did he say?
stop. I don't even know what you're talking about at this point.
What did he say?
What's a Gajalaka? What is that?
sand traps
What is
that can be
that?
used to separate packs. Environmental lightning can also cause damage to monsters and hunters. You can see the
definitely haven't done
lightning
it,
about
though,
to strike
so
the floor,
sure.
similar to the indicators when fighting Kieran in Monster Hunter
Oh, she put a different ammo charge in there.
World. I assume we're going to get other environmental dangers like this as we go through the game. These environmental
Bowguns
hazards,
are
as well
bowguns,
as the
dude.
bomb
They just now you don't have to bring as much ammo, it seems.
Or you can
Which
bring more ammo.
fine, whatever. Not necessarily.
and I
There's
assume
certain
other
ammo
aspects
types
of the
that are
game
infinite.
also scorch the
They
earth
said.
and change the landscape slightly. I was also amused to see Ryozo Tsutimoto showing us more than just combat during the demonstration. He was off fishing at certain points, which can
It's a fucking Blake, bro. He's a fucking
That's
Blake,
the
bro.
producer of the series.
He's a
mind
fuck.
you.
He's
Man
a fucking
said,
Blake,
Yo,
bro.
y'all go fight the monster.
He's
I'ma
a
go over here
fucking
and
Blake,
fish
bro.
real quick.
This motherfuckers all went for Hunter's
And I
best.
love him for that, bro. He's
Doing
the
the
producer of the series.
fishing.
confirms fishing is
he's the
back,
producer of
as
the
well as
series.
using
Let
the
him do what he
camera
wants.
and the capture net to grab various
Also, his favorite
endemic
weapon is
life. Personally, I
hammer.
adored this as he seemed really proud of the game, and to be honest, Monster Hunter, there is more to it than just hunting. I love capturing endemic
Blake,
life and taking
I know you
pictures,
feel- I
so
know you feel
I'm really
vindicated
glad that
right
they
now
showed
because
this
it's
off.
Also,
But moving on to some more technical information,
producer of the
basically there's
goddamn
lots of
series. I get
customization
it.
when it comes to control.
It's also about gathering. I get that. I know it really is. World had a big emphasis on.
Yeah, I'm not mad
World had a
about the.
big
I'm not.
emphasis.
I'm not mad about the gathering stuff. I like that stuff. The side
You're
quests
just
are
mad
fun.
that you don't want to do it.
No, I'm just mad that Rise's version of it is stupid as fuck. It feels mundane. It shows it on the map. You don't have to go
Fuck those
searching
goddamn
for it.
gajalakas, bro. That ass.
What is wrong with the Gajalakas? Why are you bitching about Gajalakas, bro?
Fuck those things.
Roles. They showed off the sheer amount of options you can have when it comes to editing your controls to what better suits your.
Are those keybinds? Can you
What do
remap
you mean?
shit? Can you remap shit?
Bro,
You
I'm
can.
pretty sure you've always been able to.
Playstyle.
No. That's a
They
full
also
remap.
showed off that focus mode can be a hold or toggle. So this should make things easier potentially for when it comes to this new mechanic. They also gave us a bit more information when it comes to the camps as well as the foods related to your
look,
camps. They gave us
That's it right there. So that's what it's gonna look like on the shit. It's gonna be like a green aura to show you when to pop the camp.
Now, I don't know if we have to like buy camping kits. I hope
Probably-
not. I hope
probably.
we just have them. You know,
No,
we have
probably.
like we just have a limited amount, and if it gets destroyed, we could just pop it somewhere else.
Yo, I would like it to
Like,
be like.
of course, you hope we do.
I would hope that we'd have to buy them.
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a like you have to buy them, and we have to gather stuff to make
I
our
hope
camps.
that we have to gather stuff. All right, I'm just gonna keep them the
It's a
fuck.
demonstration
just
of
want
how
it
you
to
go
be as
about
fucking
creating
immersive
pop-up
as
camp.
possible.
No, look, it just looks like it requires
To the
information.
safety level,
Yeah, dangerous.
dangerous.
Windward Plains camp slot left.
Well, Blake, Rise did it where like you can swap, you can even change decos on a hunt. So I'm pretty sure this game
Which
is
are the
gonna be
little
like that.
portable tents, so to speak, and how when you set them up, you get set locations where it will prompt you to set up a camp, to which it will give you a danger rate into how likely this camp is going to be attacked by monsters. So you have to take this into consideration when actually setting up your camps. I assume when the full game comes out, there'll be some form of resource needed to set up the camps, but in the demonstration, they didn't really speak about it. But moving on to talking about cooking,
Underwater
one thing
vein.
that is more cosmetic than anything else, as we've already talked about details in regards to canteen buffs and your food, is the food now resembles whatever you put in the pot or frying pan. So if you put a fish in the frying pan, it will look like a fish that your hunter is eating. So a nice touch there. But finally, moving on
real
to some
food
visual
again.
details, they touched more on the gender-free armor, meaning that you can wear both female and male designs of the various armor in the games. Laid armor has
That's it.
also been confirmed to make a return, but it will be
There we
later
go.
on in the game. I assume
End game for sure.
What?
Layered armor. Layered armor is always in the end game.
They haven't showed a lot of the different armors though. They only showed 2, I think.
I mean, they've shown off literally hella armor in all the trailers.
Oh, they showed 14.
I said I'm
different ones,
tired of
that's
fashion.
right. Okay.
layered armor is going to be an
What?
end-game activity.
What
Man,
fucking,
yo, if you
what
make
fucking
that-
bullshit is that?
I-
What bullshit is that?
I
What
really
bullshit
hope
is that?
I really hope that Blake commits to the bit and doesn't wear layered armor and wears whatever mix that he has on to make it look as shitty as
Bro, I'm trying to wear a full maid outfit, bro. Like bow tie.
While I'm
else.
gonna look great, while he's gonna look like he does in Destiny with his Titan, making that shit look mad multicolored and mad ugly and stupid, and then be like, yeah, this is the best. Whatever, sure.
It has broken me down for grinding and stuff. Dude, that's part of the fun, though. You bitch about like gathering and you won't.
Oh no, I'm
Pull the fashion
listen.
out?
The fact that we can use male or female looks to the armors, I can already see some people making some very crazy outfits.
Very crazy.
As always. And then finally, they did say that music is dynamic, which is a great touch, which means that music will change when a monster becomes enraged, or the pack shows up,
Yeah,
or
that-
the weather changes. Monster
that-
Hunter
that's-
has always
that's
had
always-
amazing music,
yeah, it's always been the
and
best thing
I
about
cannot
Monster
wait
Hunter.
to hear how this dynamic music comes into play, especially with well-known tracks, such as the Teostra theme or the Zenoga theme. But there we have it. Those are all the little things we've noticed with the day 2 of the
Rayo
Monster
theme.
Hunter Wilds developer
Oh my
live stream.
God, I hear
Was there something I missed or something that you noticed that wasn't mentioned in this video or
Sure.
the last video? Please leave a
Did you
comment.
see his focus strike?
No, I didn't. I'd have to take
He
a double.
literally
I have to
just
take
did
a.
it.
I know, but I had to take a double take. I was kind of blown away
And
by
zoned
that.
out?
Yeah.
Which is the Teostra theme or the Zenoga theme.
Pay
But there we have it.
attention.
Those are all the little things we've noticed with the day 2 of the Monster
Focus
Hunter
strike.
Wilds developer live stream. Was there something I missed?
This motherfucker is basically Levi, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, that the kickoff into the backflip into
Bro,
the fucking
look where his
the
look where
hook
his
sling,
blades
bro.
are, bro.
bro.
Oh my god, they give
Bro.
dual blades
They
everything,
took
bro.
it. They took
give
it. They
dual
took
blades
it from just
everything.
popping you. But before, where you would just pop yourself up
The
into
day
the air
2
and
of
then do
the
the spin
Monster
move,
Hunter
it
Wilds
made it
developer
just, like,
live
10
stream.
times cooler.
Was there something
All I hear in my head right now is.
Give me a second.
I missed or something that you noticed that wasn't mentioned
The fucking Attack on Titan theme.
in this video or the last video? Please leave a comment down below. And until next time, I've been Darkblade, bringing you more news for Monster Hunter Wilds. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like for more.
All right, let's put the next one up. This is 3, right? Yeah.
Whatever company you run, you can manage it with Monday.com, even if it's low-cost time.
BRB. Bro, the DB's focus strike looks. Nigga, that's what you fucking got. Yo, fuck you, nigga. What the fuck? Motherfucker. Like. Alright, here's the plan. After this, I edit the video, post it on both your and my shit, and then we go live. Rise, and then at somewhere around 3 o'clock.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello. Should I start this video or you want to finish eating? You can finish.
Are
eating.
you ready?
I'm ready to go. I got my sauce.
I don't hear you.
You don't hear me? Hello? You should. You hear me? Do you hear
Hello?
me?
There we go. Now I hear you.
At the moment I do the retarded voice when you hear me.
What's up everyone, Darkblade here with another Did
Just
You mean your
fucking-
normal voice?
Just fucking watch the video.
you notice this? For Monster Hunter Wilds from Gamescom 2024. The developers hosted their 3rd and final live stream today, to which they went over existing information, but there were a few little tidbits here and there that you may have missed or that I have.
Look at his scales.
It froze for me. I don't see nothing.
I paused it. I paused it.
Hello?
Yeah, I paused it.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, it froze for me for a second.
No, I paused it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, what?
I'm saying like look at the scales. Is this the
Oh
horn?
no, he's big.
Yeah, no, it's more about big, just that his scales look like they're conductors. Like it's almost like gold like.
Yeah.
This is his area.
He looks like he has crystals all over him.
Yeah. But look at the UI. I'm pretty sure that that's a horn. And the second thing is, I don't like, they should, instead of sharpening for the hunting horn, I think it should be tuning.
Haven't mentioned in previous videos. So
This is the horn. Okay.
we're going to break down what was
Horn-
shown off into a
horn
little bit
gameplay.
more of a condensed
That's literally just a saxophone.
Yeah. It
That's
is.
a fucking saxophone.
and bite-sized video for you. So
Wow. Did you saw how fast he did that?
what was
shit?
shown off into a little bit more of a condensed
So I'm assuming that's like whatever echo move is called. It's like the
Echo bubble.
The echo bubble.
bite-sized video for you.
That's what's up. Echo bubble effect evasion and movement speed has been activated.
So let's
He moved
dive straight into this,
super
shall we?
fast.
First of
now.
all, when it comes
Echo bubble.
to weapons and combat, they They showed off new tidbits here and there in regards to the different weapons, their
feel like
moves,
that's the
abilities,
main
so on and so
exposure.
forth, as well as combat in general. So they showed off the sneak attack for the bow. The sneak attack, for those of you who don't know, is performed whilst wearing the ghillie mantle, giving the ghillie mantle another utility that hunters can make use of. Additionally, when it comes to the environmental traps in the ground, found in the world, hunters have to be careful because they can also be affected by these traps should they trigger them. Knocking boulders on your head, or for example what was shown off, you can fall through the sand traps yourself, whilst the monster may not. And sticking with the environmental traps as well, certain traps from certain monsters,
Nah, that aggro shit is intrinsic to the monster.
like the
No,
Balahara
that's a luring pod.
sand trap, they are not always guaranteed to be in the same spot.
On the slinger. Wow.
That means that if you're running it, if I need you to have aggro, I'm gonna tell you to run.
So
that
keep
shit.
this in mind when you're looking
to aggro the fucking
for
monster.
those environmental traps that are linked to specific large monsters. Yes, of course, there are going to be some fixed environmental traps, but I'm referring to the ones that are related to monsters. Next up, when it comes to turf wars, you may notice that when a turf war occurs against a monster that has a pack or herd accompanying it, the turf war may not necessarily be against the alpha per se. It could go up against one of the pack members, as was shown during the live stream. Also, the sound effect of the Balahara drill breaking is just, well, listen. Anyway, moving on, we'll talk about the bow. The bow no longer has coatings, as we've mentioned before in a previous video. However, we weren't really able to see the cooldown meter. Now we were, thanks to the positions of the webcams being different, so we actually got to see what the
power coding, and that's
Yep.
I'm assuming the 3-level charge. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, so
Okay.
bow
H back.
coating cooldown meter looks like, as well as gauge how fast it
Applying a power
regenerates.
coating
But sticking with
breaks down
specific
a
weapons,
bar.
the hunting horn was shown off a little bit. Basically was a giant saxophone.
Bro, this motherfucker is moving,
The phone.
bro. Ah! Yes! They did it. Polo, where are you at?
I'm here.
Did you hear it?
I didn't. 'cause
That's
it
what the
kept-
fuck I'm talking about, bro.
Off a little bit. Basically
Listen.
But sticking with specific weapons, the hunting horn was shown off a little bit. Basically was a giant saxophone.
Yes!
I-
That's how
Could
I'm
you
trying to
imagine?
play.
Could you imagine if that was the sound of the game?
Bro, that's how I'm trying to be in the fucking thing, bro. Bam, 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 bam.
And to be honest, hunting horn mains may want to check out or slow down this footage because it did show off more aspects when it comes to the notes, queuing up the notes, so on and so forth for your melodies. But a more comic moment happened when queuing up the notes.
What's high frequency mean, though? Self-improvement. Yeah. Attack.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at there because I'm not, really well versed in that weapon.
Echo wave blunt. So you can instantly proc the echo bubble? So the echo bubble is the AoE. That's the bubble, right? Self improvement is the note that you do on your. It's the self buff. It makes you.
Yep.
It makes you like faster.
Yep. I don't know what high frequency is.
I don't know what offset melody is.
Yeah, that's new.
I don't know what high frequency does. And I'm assuming the echo wave blunt is the move that he does when he spikes the monster. And he does the bow, bow, bow shit. But
No, that's a focus strike.
okay, focus strike. But you know the move where he did where he was like
Echo
swinging
wave
it?
blunt is probably the one where it throws the big ass wave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
AoE.
yeah. And I'm assuming that. Hear me out. You see how it has in parentheses blunt,
Maybe there might be a slicing
a
version,
slicing version.
so you can cut tails.
So on and so forth for your melodies. But a more comic moment happened when Ryozo Tsuchimoto tried to go back to a pop-up camp and the monster attacked the camp, showing what it's like when your pop-up camp gets destroyed. It basically means that you cannot hide in your camp to avoid taking damage or reset a monster. I assume this won't happen at fixed camps, this is just related to the pop-up camps. The longsword was also used by the developers today.
Oh my god, they did not, dude. Polo, get ready.
Give me a second.
Yeah, Polo, get fucking ready, bro. They're pulling out the fucking long swallow. I can get my fucking energy drink popping. It tastes like ass. Ooh. Oh god, that was so bad. Why the fuck was that so bad? Oh.
You over here wanting to drink energy drinks?
Oh, that was so bad.
Look at you, stupid, dumb and stupid.
Oh, why? What flavor is this? Raspberry and green tea. Oh god.
What the fuck? Ew, that sounds terrible.
Bro, fuck it. Fuck you, man. I'm trying to watch longsword gameplay.
Just related to the pop-up camps. The longsword was also used by the developers today.
Oh man. Is that
This is just related.
I wonder if I'm worried about that animation. Is
the longsword was also used by.
Okay, he popped it. He's going for the lunge. How fast does it go in the air?
The developers today,
Oh no, it feels good. It feels good. The longsword is definitely long.
Showed off.
Hey, yo, what?
It just looks a lot longer.
The Helmbreaker.
Yo, bro, into this fucking move after to do more damn is crazy.
To a follow-up move into its.
What the fuck? Why did he move back like that?
Also used by the developers today, they showed off the Helmbreaker into a follow-up move.
What the fuck?
Into its focus.
You could.
Strike.
He popped it into a focus strike? How does one
Fixed
do
camps.
this?
This is just related to the pop-up camps.
How does one do
the
this?
The longsword was also used by the developers today. They showed off the Helmbreaker into a follow-up move into its focus strike, all looking very fancy and very flashy. It looked very fluid and, to be honest, very satisfying. One question.
Bro, that was a lot of movement. Sorry, that was not a lot of movement for a lot of damn.
Question though that has been on my mind in regards to focus modes or focus strikes is when it comes to the ranged weapons, how far away from a monster can we be in order to activate our focus strikes with ranged weapons? We kind of got that answer today because the heavy bowgun and bow were both utilized, and it seems that we have to be fairly close to a monster to activate these focus strikes. So no being able to snipe a monster from a distance with a focus strike at all. Speaking of, I know I keep categorizing focus strikes as a universal term for the moves, but they all have individual moves. Like, for example, the bow's focus strike is...
What?
You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be limitations.
Yeah, there has to be, bro. It would be broken if
called
otherwise.
Focus Hellstorm.
Exactly.
So I hope you can forgive me when I actually just say Focus Strike. It's more of a blanket term. Now, one interesting thing is that getting out of combat, at least in multiplayer, seems a lot easier. The developers were able to move away from the monster, and it seems that the combat ended quite quickly, so long as the monster was fighting other hunters, to which they were easily able to quickly fast travel around the map. Next up, just for anyone who doesn't know already, slide-in attacks have made their return to the game. So weapons like the hammer,
Let's go. The hammer pops up.
who can make use of slide-in attacks really effectively, are going to be happy here. Again, they
The developers like getting shitted on by the monster is crazy, bro.
showed off bombs again,
Yeah,
and how you can
fun. You know what I mean? They're not playing
roll the bomb.
They
Bro,
were low rank
effectively.
armor, nothing upgraded.
hold on.
like,
I know, but let me just
Made
talk
their
shit
return
about
to
them
the
real quick
game.
for a second.
So
Watch
weapons
this,
like the
bro.
hammer, who can make use of slide-in
Boom.
attacks really
right there, right now.
Yeah, and
really
he just,
effectively.
where are you going with this, bro? Pop back, roll to the right.
are going to be happy here.
You know he was gonna swipe.
Again, they
there.
showed off
Not me critiquing the gameplay, and it's fucking.
bombs again, and how you can roll the bombs into sleeping monsters, which looks incredibly satisfying. On top of that, there was a bit of information revealed about Alma, who is your handler. For one, she will still follow you around, pointing out things of interest. For example, she will point out a severed tail if you cut the tail, if there's a trap, so on and so forth.
Wow.
But when it comes to
didn't know
multiplayer,
that.
she'll only follow the host around. Now, going back to one of the previous videos, I mentioned that I wasn't sure, but mountain attacks can potentially cause wounds on monsters. This was confirmed today. You can open multiple wounds on a monster.
We have to be hitting those wounds, bro.
Yep.
We have to be hitting those
Oh.
wounds.
Once you
back.
break a wound, the wound's gone.
Yeah, I was hoping that
So
They
far,
would-
there's only one monster that can reopen the wounds, which is the Dashiguma.
Gashiguma, but
Which-
they don't know if that's 100% for every monster though, because it could be.
I mean, I kind of hope not.
I'll be honest with you, I kind of want the gunners or just rangers in general to have like longer. I wouldn't give it to the bow because bow is the king of the mid range, but for the light and for the LBG and the HBG, I would want to give them snipes for the like I would like them to give them a farther distance.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, bro, I'm not expecting a gunner to be anywhere close. I'm not expecting them to be close though. You know what I mean?
LBG can.
I'm
but
expect-
it seems
I'm-
like they're doing changes.
Yeah, but
to make them.
I'm expecting them to be in the backfield, watching. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. They're having our back. Marosh is a perfect example of that. Marosh, you don't even have to tell him, and he's already popping the monster down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he didn't play up front though.
Nah.
So I don't want that. I think giving them focus strikes and having them be farther would be better. But that feels like a coding thing though. I feel like they could tweak that.
I don't know. We'll see.
By utilizing mountain attacks. So mountain definitely seems to be beneficial as it will allow multiple hunters to potentially perform their focus strikes. When it comes to defensive aspects in the game, the Leap of Faith is back for anyone who's been wondering. The devs also showed off an encounter with Raydal's sort of nest area that was covered in electrifying static that seemed to cause thunder blight.
Bro, the horn as a fucking literal saxophone is, yo, bro, I love
No,
it.
it's cool.
But there
I love it, bro.
was materials on the ground.
Why do you have two notes that are both self-improvement?
I don't know. There might be different self-improvement buffs.
No, it shouldn't. It would say it.
Ground, such as grounding stones, that could be used to remove this static electricity. It seems to be simple.
Have you noticed anything though?
No, what?
They left the horn by itself.
Okay.
Like the horn is not shown like with other hunters type of shit.
Well, they already have made measures to not make it like a support weapon.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Similar to moss pods and soaking up the water from.
Oh, so they gave you, which is interesting. So part of World's build for the horn was they would give you suggestion notes. You see how
Right.
you see how he queued up shit, and it suggested something for him.
Mhm.
The echo wave blunt and then the attack up.
Namiel, that
That's nice.
it
Because
leaves
certain you can set up a song, like you can set up a melody depending on what end note you use. So it giving you a suggestion is like saying, because a different notes stacked together can do a different melody.
Right.
So it's suggesting like, hey, don't forget, if you play this note, you'll get this melody. If you play that note, it's
on the
different.
ground.
Yeah.
Now, as I mentioned before, every weapon has a perfect input maneuver.
What the fuck was that?
On the
Perfect dodge.
ground. Now, as I mentioned before, every weapon has a perfect input
Oh man, that's so fucking cool. Is that like the thunder dodge from Rise?
maneuver where
No, it's just a perfect parry. It's just like instead of a perfect parry, it's a perfect dodge.
it's a guard, dodge, or parry, and they
What does it do though?
showed off the bow's perfect dodge, which I, for one, being a bow main, was excited to see.
Apparently, it gives you cooldown back.
Fans of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak's skill swap dodge or the adept style in Monster Hunter Generations are going to be pleased to see.
Did it give him his
skill swap dodge or the adept style in Monster Hunter Generations?
It did. It fucking brought his stamina back all the way.
Yep.
Are going to be pleased to see this return. Finally, when it comes
Bow is gonna be nasty for those who are good with bow. Not
to
you.
the combat points
I don't fucking play bow, bro.
that were
You tried
shown
to.
off that week.
And the first fucking 2 months I tried World, and I was trying to make bow. I really tried to make bow the legit shit, and I got really good with it too. And it just didn't do the damage. Nah, dude, I was popping motherfuckers with the bow, bro.
We noticed the health bar now flashes like a heartbeat, and your palico will call out when you're about to take a major hit from a monster's attack. This is a nice indicator that gives you a heads up on your actual display to when a big attack is coming, so if you don't necessarily have your eyes on where the monster is, it gives you a little bit of a heads up. This was a nice change to see, and to be honest, visually...
So the changes don't feel like drastic. They feel like just good quality of life stuff.
Yeah, that's literally what I expected.
Yeah, I don't.
There's more change. There's more change in how the world works, which I'm
Yeah.
okay with.
Because part of it is the immersion. You know what I mean?
It looked great. I love the little heartbeat effect on
And like doing it as a heartbeat effect, like literally raises my own heartbeat.
the health bar. But some miscellaneous details. Some of you may have noticed that you can have actually up to 26 items in your item pouch. This is not including the vertical items. This was just shown the hunter expanding its horizontal item bar list. Additionally, you can set different options as well for your SOS flare, so it can be used to summon in different combinations of assistants. So you don't have to summon in human players. You could say summon 2 AIs and 1 palico, or 1 human player and 2 AIs.
Why would
So
Why would I want to do that though?
It's up to you. I don't know.
A little quality of life change, especially if you don't enjoy playing with other people. There was quite a bit of information revealed on the map as well. For example, monsters' time limits on how long they will be around was displayed here. So you can check that out to see if a monster is about to leave the area or not.
You see, that's good. That's good. That's a good quality of life stuff. Because it sucks when you're just like you're searching for a monster and you're not looking at the map because you're tracking it and it leaves. And you're like, fuck, dude.
Not. Monsters also have a strength level, which is different to the hunter rank quest level. The monsters shown off were low rank, but they had strength levels measured in pink or purple stars. And the thing is, not all the monsters have the same strength level. What I mean by this is there were 2 Balaharas, one was a strength level 2 and one was a strength level 3. I'm assuming this means that one will have increased health or attack power, but we'll have to wait and see. Moving on, we've talked about this before in one of the previous videos about the weather cycles, but if we're going to get technical, we can talk about their actual correct terms and how the rotation works. Basically, the hunt starts in a period of fallow, which is a fairly calm period, to which it will be followed up by the inclemency event, which in the case of the demo is the massive lightning sandstorm. Each map will have their own inclemency event, it seems.
Oh, look at the hunter. He's being affected by it though.
Yeah.
To which once the storm passes,
Like the
it
wind
will
and
enter a
shit.
Yeah, he's like covering his eyes.
period of plenty, where I believe there's going to be more endemic life, upsurges, so on and so forth. This will then repeat, and the period of fallow will appear again, then go back into inclemency, and then back to the period of plenty. And the rotation goes on and on. Speaking of the map, you can access it in 2 ways. You can just quickly tap the touchpad, at least in the case of the PlayStation, to which it'll bring up the 3D map as an overlay, or you can hold it, to which it'll bring up the more detailed map for your hunter.
Oh, you
now,
can
one
overlay in
aspect
the
that
world.
was
Okay, cool.
kind of exciting for some players was the prospect of being underwater. The devs dived underwater, to which
You were talking about this.
Yep.
It's fully under the water.
There seemed to be a little bit of underwater exploration, but the developers did confirm there is no underwater combat. The underwater exploration did seem limited.
Bro, they got burned by that a few years ago, so they're like chilling on it. They're like, we did a little bit, but don't fucking kill our necks on underwater combat.
The devs were like,
none-
listen, yeah, you can go underwater. Don't expect a fight. Please, don't expect it.
Don't take our heads off, please.
Nonetheless,
Right.
it was still exciting
Bro, Monster Hunter Try was a bad thing for that, bro.
to see. Next up, whilst we have talked about cooking out in the field and getting your canteen buffs on the grill, we didn't really touch on the barbecue rhythm game, which is the normal way of cooking rations and well done steak and such. There is a mini game to it, to which they haven't revealed what the requirements are to get the "so tasty" comment. And then finally, the developers said that if you have saved data from
Yo,
Monster
Blake is gonna go hard for that, bro. Blake is gonna
So
go
tasty.
Bro, Blake is gonna go so hard for the mini game, bro.
Hunter World and Iceborne, you will get special gear for your Palico in Monster Hunter Wilds once you get your hands on it. They didn't
Okay,
show the Palico gear specifically here, but I believe it's armor from Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne that your Palico wears. But regardless, there's a lot of information here. If you haven't checked out the other two videos in this little breakdown series, please go check them out.
Oh, whoa. Go back a little bit. Go. Look
And
at
I
the
hope
sword and
they've
shield on the
been
left
checked
side.
out the other
Go
two
back. A little bit more.
your Palico wears
What move was that?
from Monster Hunter World
on.
and
Okay. Just let it play real quick. Stop
You know,
pausing.
Monster Hunter World Iceborne that your Palico wears.
Perfect rush.
But regardless, there's a lot of information here. If you haven't checked out the other two videos in this little
It works
breakdown
like
series,
Rise. It works like Rise. That's all I needed.
it was
That's all I needed to know.
it was a double charge.
there's a lot of information here.
One
If you
charge,
haven't checked out the
two
other two
charge,
videos
In world, you would punch the sword and then you would hit off.
Bro,
In
nobody
Rise, you would hit and it would pop you up into the air and then you could come down with the shield.
Bro, nobody gives a fuck about the fucking field general class, bro.
in this little
Even though he just smacked the fuck out of that monster, though.
breakdown series, please go check them out. And I hope they've been informed.
Notice how everybody's running around and the sword and shield guy is the only one in the fucking Dashaguma's face.
The other two
Yep.
videos in this little breakdown series, please go check them out. And I hope they've been informative, pointing out little details here and there that you may have
Yeah,
missed.
they make it. They
of
made
course,
it
if
more
you
like
notice
Rise.
something that I haven't said here or in the previous videos,
I'm
please
happy
leave a
about
comment
that,
down
because
below.
it feels so good. in
And
Rise.
until next time, I've been Dubblade, bringing you
Yes, they
things you
added
may have
certain moves
missed
from
from the
Rise.
developer live stream
Oh, I'm
at
happy.
Gamescom of Monster Hunter Wilds. What's up everyone, Dubblade here with a little bit of a news information video for Monster Hunter Wilds. Now Gamescom is wrapping up, but Twitter is exploding with various bits of information from people who have
This is the new, like, mechanic thing? The Scarlet
What do you mean?
Wilds?
That's the Scarlet Forest, dude. That's a new locale.
Yeah, but is it what does the Scarlet do?
I don't fucking know. Scarlet Rot, probably from fucking Elden Ring.
You're an asshole. Don't say that. Look at this.
Nah,
the-
it just seems like the river runs red like blood.
Bro.
But there's got to be the flowers.
If you have arachnophobia,
had a chance to
Oh
play
yeah,
the
word.
bro,
Demo.
if you have arachnophobia,
That's gonna freak you the fuck out.
this monster right
so
here,
you could almost see this
bro, it has claws. Yo, it's a freaky looking spider. It's a freaky looking spider, bro. They did
Yes, it is.
they did a really good job on a lot of these monsters, bro.
I'm not afraid of spiders, but I don't want to fight this thing. I wanna
Yo,
burn it,
as
burn it to a crisp.
it moves like a spider too.
miscellaneous news that
It
wasn't
moves
featured.
crazy.
Bro, look
Why
at
do you
it.
pause it every 2
I-
seconds.
Because we're getting over shit. So look at the pincer on its fucking butt. Thorax, I guess is the right name. I hope they make that.
I was waiting for you to fucking use the proper term.
Okay, relax, bro. Don't act like you know shit about spiders. Like, stop.
I know one thing about spiders.
Stop.
They just need to stay the fuck away from me.
I hope they make this into the Lance's poke. The Lance's lance.
Sir.
in the developer.
Oh man, that fucking hurt
Sir.
me.
I knew you were gonna pause it as soon as it hit. I knew you were.
that
Can
hurt.
you stop?
That hurt me.
Live streams. Of course, take most of this information with a
That's really cool.
pinch of salt, as things are bound to change from the demo version of Monster Hunter Wilds to the actual version. But let's move on. Now, the first bit of information I want to bring to your attention was actually brought to my attention from IGN of all things. But IGN's credibility is a little bit low when it comes to me, so I was lucky to have a friend, Iden, who is at Gamescom, who was able to experience the demo, try this and confirm it. Basically, for lack of a better word, aerial insect glaive playstyle is no longer in the game. Basically, in the past, when you performed the jump in advance and slash, it would catapult you back into the air after you land the final hit, allowing you to remain in the air. However, this is no longer the case with Monster Hunter Wilds. Whether this is intentional or not, I'm not so sure. But when I first saw this, I was just concerned that it was an issue to do with hitboxes, but no, it was confirmed that alas, this does not catapult you back into the air. So you would probably use this now to mount the monster or perform one of the insect glaives moves that allow you to grapple on top of a monster to deal damage that way. However, this seems to be removing one of the core playstyles for the insect glaive, and I can imagine insect glaive mains being a little bit annoyed with this. I can imagine in some respects, especially from the teaser trailer, we're going to get replacement moves utilizing the Kinsect a little bit more than
ground glaive more anyways. And I feel like it's taking away a little bit from the identity of the weapon.
Yeah, let them fucking fly, bro.
But at the same time, they've gave it so many new moves like on the ground that just look great that I think it's gonna be fine. Ew.
Let them fucking fly, bro.
I saw the sneeze on the camera, bro. That was disgusting. I saw it come out.
My house is clean, so fuck you.
Yeah, not anymore, bro. You got snot everywhere.
Oh, shit. We'll be alright. It just this makes me sad, bro. I would never play IG. I don't have an inclination.
It makes me sad because I play aerial IG in Rise.
I just they all they want to do is fly, bro. You know what I mean? Let them fucking fly.
I mean, if they'll fly.
We already do, but again, like I said, I can't confirm this until I get my hands on it. Unfortunately, it means that the insect glaive, in some regards, may be like learning a new weapon or new way to play the weapon. But the next bit of information I wanted to bring to your attention was with the bow. The bow has received a massive buff that some astute players may have noticed. Basically, when you perform its perfect evade, it will actually restore your stamina bar as well as give you 1 stack of your coatings back as well. This is quite powerful and could be considered even overpowered depending on how generous the input window is when it comes to performing this dodge maneuver. There are also more questions when it comes to the weapons, as like the developers said, every weapon has
That's 31.
a perfect input move, such as a well-timed guard that can lead to a power clash. You have perfect evades and counterattacks. But one thing I'm wondering is, what does the hunting horn have? Has anyone actually worked that out? I'd love to hear if you have. Lastly, for the weapons, something with the switch axe is the elemental discharge can now set the ground on fire. So it looks like our weapon.
Holy fuck!
It set grass on fire. It wasn't doing damage. It was more so of like a visual thing, which is cool, but whatevs. You good?
It's fine. My boss is hitting me up on my day off. I'm not gonna answer him.
Weapons can interact with the environment depending on what weapon we're using. But as with every Monster Hunter, you can see that certain weapons are getting more love than others. The longsword, dual blades, bow, switch axe, charge blade, gun lance and hammer all seem to have amazing additions to them. But unfortunately some weapons, like in my opinion the insect glaive, heavy bow gun and lance, are a little bit lacking. But that being said, more weapons seem to have been buffed than actually nerfed. It's just a shame that if your main is among the nerfed weapons. Just a side note, when I say the...
What weapons got nerfed though?
Insect glaive.
IG seems like the only one that got really nerfed. And knowing
Lance?
knowing nerfed, if anything, it got buffed. Why do you say that?
Because other weapons have received other changes that make them even better, and other weapons got that makes them any different.
Lance though, Lance has shield counter, shield bash, running in
It
and out
always
of the
has shit like
charge.
that.
It did not have it like that easily accessible. You had to 1, 2 hold it down. Now it looks like you could just counter the shield bash.
Lance being nerfed, it's
we'll
not
see.
really...
Well, he's explaining it here.
All weapons seem to have been buffed than actually nerfed. It's just a shame that if your main is among the nerfed weapons. Just a side note, when I say the lance being nerfed, it's not really being nerfed, it's just not really as flashy as the other weapons. It's still very effective from what I've seen.
Yeah, but it's okay, so he's not saying it's nerfed, he's saying it's not as flashy, but that's kind of the Lance's gameplay, and I think that it got a lot.
The lance was always the poke.
Yeah,
grab,
Lance has
dodge,
always
poke,
Lance
dodge,
has always put me in
poke,
the fuck
block,
yeah,
poke, dodge,
put me in the shits, bro.
But now with the luring pod, I feel like the lance is gonna have its time to shine. But that's gonna be if you're good with counters. So we'll see how Blake does. Are you good? Hello?
Yeah, I ended up texting him.
But a few other tidbits of information. First of all, a set base camp is being confirmed, to which will act more like a Celiana or a Stera base. It seems that each region will
No. Cats need to cook the food.
have its own version of this. I doubt this base will be attacked by monsters.
Oh, those are either the crystals from its lair or the crystals on its back.
The base camps are obviously where we're...
Word.
God, my
or
girl
both.
is so fucking
This,
bad,
I
bro.
doubt this base will be attacked by monsters. The base
Look at her, bro. Coñazo. That's the Smithy.
I know.
That's the Smithy, bro. I'm gonna be changing weapons.
She can make my weapons anytime.
any fucking time, bro. Fuck.
I'll give her as much money and materials as and then some. You better have a thick Texas accent.
You think so? I mean,
I don't think so, but that, like, look at her, right? Just imagine a thick, hey y'all accent. She looks like she should sound like Rogue.
These camps are obviously where we're going to be going to speak to Gemma, the Smithy, for weapon upgrades, so on and so forth. Finally, for anyone who's wondering, I'm going to be showing off all the armor for our hunters that we could get in the demo. As mentioned before, armor is no longer
when do we get the demo?
gender.
No announcement on that. No announce. So that's what scares me though. No announcement for the. No announcement.
That doesn't scare me.
Yeah, no, it does. It fucking does. It's no announcement for the release of the game. I don't like that, bro. I'm sorry.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
Let them cook is fine, but also
let them not be tied down by a release date.
Okay.
Lock.
That's a good point.
So you can wear and mix and match as you see fit. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the palico armor, but if
Swax looks really strong.
But it always was.
It was no, there was just no evades. That you couldn't really get yourself out of shit. Swax looks really strong. Swax looks really strong.
I saw one swing. I said it looks really strong.
and
Well,
mix
it
and
was the
match
damage.
as you see fit.
Boom. That's an 18. No crit.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to
And he looked like he ran his shoulder through
lock,
too.
so you can
I won't. The thing is Swax is fun, but it's just the evading that
wear
gets me.
and mix and match as you see fit.
Bam.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to
Yeah, he did a little bit of a shoulder thing
find the
there, and he
palico
goes
armor,
into
but
wild
if I am able
swing.
to locate it, I'll share it in the community.
And he was able to cancel out of the wild swing. Get the fuck
Unfortunately, I
out
wasn't
of
able
here.
to find the palico armor, but if
That's
I
always.
mean, I don't know the weapon, so
That's because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You see bullshit.
I
That
don't
was
play the weapon.
that was always one of the problems is when you go into wild swing. Whatever it's gonna do two of those swings, and it's gonna do them without you inputting, and you can't dodge out of the two swings. You have to let the animation finish.
and mix and match
Watch
as you
this.
see fit. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find the palico armor, but if I am able to locate
He
it,
cuts
I'll
it.
share
He cuts it. He hops out of it.
it in the community posts. But
I mean, that could have been added.
what are
in
your
Rise,
thoughts,
I don't know.
especially when it comes to the weapons? I'd love to hear them. So leave a comment down below. And until next time, I've been Double, bringing you more miscellaneous news for Monster Hunter Wilds.
All right, Polo. End thoughts. What do we think? Synopsis. Conclusions. Overall.
If we thought that Monster Hunter World was the best game possible for Monster Hunter, we were wrong. This, even just on a small scale, all the little changes that they've made to then the monsters, the weapons, this and that, I think overall, this is gonna be like I trust Capcom to give us a full experience with Monster Hunter, but this is gonna be a very different but very strong experience.
Strong experience
we
is a
don't-
good word.
Like, we're not fighting monsters in the same way we were before. Like, we can just run out to monsters now, right? Like, we're not locked to,
Quests.
oh look, I'm in this zone. Now I have to go back to camp. Now I'm in a different zone. Now I have to go back to camp. You know what I mean? Like, now it's like, just go. Go where you want. Go do what you want to do. You have to fight this monster? Okay. But you could also do this. You could also do that. It's gonna be a very great game.
I think there's just a lot. There's like it just
Yeah,
feels like they
yeah.
they like
There's a lot to cover.
yeah, no, it's not that. So I feel like they've literally like went like, all right, here's the groundwork that we've built over the last two games.
Yes. And let's go even crazier this time.
Yeah, they took a groundwork from the last two games, and then the influences from the older games. Some of it's coming back. Oh my god. Yo, what the yo, put it in the Discord, bro. Yo, we need to bring this up on the fucking thing.
Let me
Bro.
say, wait.
Is that
Wait. You ready? This is my theory. Anjanath using Beast Wars Megatron.
Rajang using
Rajang using Optimus,
Optimus
Primal.
Primal.
Hold on. What we have here? Oh, yes. This remolded into an Anjanath. I'm telling you right now, I would die. If they do a whole line, I would die.
Transformers,
X.
Monster Hunter, collab. I would buy, bro.
We don't know anything about what it's gonna be, but it's a thing. Now, how much of a collab is it gonna be?
Bro.
But bro,
Bro.
Anjanath, what can they do for? They could maybe use Dragon Megatron. A talent with Dragon Megatron in black. I can't get crazy. I can't think about this.
Don't do it right now.
My brain is hurting. My brain is hurting.
What a Monster Hunter day, bro.
My brain is hurting. It's honestly hurting.
So you asked me what my thoughts were before we let
Yes.
everybody go. I just think that I see World with a lot of just things added.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
That's
I don't see things
what I expected.
I don't see things taken away. You know what I mean? Except for the IG shit, I don't see things taken away.
Gunlance has different ways of going into the Wyvern Steak Shell.
I don't, but you still have it.
CB
It's not
has different ways of going into the Super Amped and the AED.
again. I don't see things taken away.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man.
I
We'll
see
see.
things. I just see things added.
I hope that we get a very big variety of monsters.
Cause Rise is
That's what I hope.
fucking bullshit.
No, Rise has a big variety, but it's a different. It's more like the older games. All right, are we done with this so we can play some Rise?
Oh
Or
fuck!
are you gonna be? Are you gonna be a bitch and do something else?
We're good, bro. We're good.
All right,
Polo closes
So-
out.
I can do it in person now. Happy hunting!
Oh my god.